The mortgage industry and AI, my friends. That's what we're going to talk about today. I have a special guest with me. You're going to be glad you tuned in. So sit down, strap in, and get ready as we dive into the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Frank Garay, and we are brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, of course. I'm here with Chris Johnstone, who's been on the podcast before. Chris, you are taking the internet by storm with the mortgage AI product that you're putting together and classes that you're putting together, the education, the inner circle that you've got coming together here. I've seen snippets of it on the Breakfast Club, and dude, I'm blown away. And let's talk about this. I'm just on Breakfast Club today when you're there giving us, this is the second time you're on Breakfast Club giving us some insights. I just kind of, when you were done, I just kind of went, I'm so glad somebody did this, right? Because talk to us about it. I know a lot of us have a kind of an inkling of AI. We're using ChatGPT to write an email here or there or a Facebook post. That's Carl jokes around. It's like we're, it's like you've given cavemen an iPhone, it's what it's like. And we're like, what is it? I don't know. We're banging it on a rock, and we just don't know how powerful this machine is. And tell us about what you put together for everybody in the mortgage space to help bring them into the AI arena, if you will, to where it actually can help them make some money,
Yeah.
So what do you got put together, and how can we start participating in it?
So it's definitely been a journey for me. So Frank, you and I have known each other for a long time, and you know this, but I am truly a nerd behind the scenes, and I love the nerdy stuff. So even when AI was in its infancy, I was playing around with it, and it was clunky. But then ChatGPT made their massive upgrade from like 3.5 to 4.
Yeah.
And the IQ, the general IQ of ChatGPT went from 16 to 160.
Wow.
And so Einstein's IQ is 160. So it went from being like this fringe thing that just the people on the front that like that type of, hey, it breaks all the time, type poking at it stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, this is mainstream. This is incredible. And so I'll tell you a funny story. I got ChatGPT integrated with our email server.
Okay.
And this is going back probably like 9 months ago.
Okay.
And I said, okay, team, what we're going to do is we're going to connect all of our emails. They're going to go to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is going to write the responses and send them all back. And I just turned it on. And so all of our customer support
that was bold.
And so, but I was like, okay, let's give it 3 or 4 days and see what it comes up with.
See what happens. Yeah.
90% of it was really, really good.
Wow.
And then the 10% of it, that's where the trouble lies, right? But then that led to the discovery that working with AI, every conversational thread is you can almost think of it like a person. It's like a box. But anything you teach it, it never forgets. Any feedback that you give it, it always listens, doesn't give you any negative feedback to it. It just listens, always remembers it, and always does it better the next time.
Wow.
So a lot of people are using ChatGPT in the mortgage industry, and every single time they try and get it to do something, they're going in, they're opening up a new chat, and they're starting from scratch.
Yes, that's me.
So if you think of ChatGPT like a child, if you give it a knowledge path to follow, you can take it from being a baby to being a Harvard graduate, and then you get the benefit of having a Harvard graduate at your fingertips at all times that knows you and your business intricately. And so I think number one takeaway for loan officers in the mortgage industry right now is create different chats for different areas or pathways of your business. You want one for underwriting, You want one for marketing and sales. You want one for finance. You want one for emails, and you should have emails for customers. You should have emails for vendors. You should have all of those different conversations. But those conversations live, and every time you have a task to do, you go to the chat that has been trained on that aspect of your business.
Even this little bit of information that you're giving me right now has just opened my mind to having a lot better understanding of it. I didn't think of it that way at all. For me, every new thought is a new chat. Even if it's on things that I've already done in the past, I'm still starting a new chat. You know what I mean? Not going back to the original one. So I love the way you're thinking is to have a chat or a box for each category of thing that we want to make use of AI for. And you always go back to that same box. I get what you're saying. Like each one of those boxes or chats is like a person now that you're training.
Yeah. An MBA educated person that you would have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to employ.
A brilliant person.
You know? And so people know me for marketing a lot. So I'll give a marketing example. So every time you produce a piece of content, so there's a lot of people that are focusing a ton of time and effort, money and energy on video marketing on social media, as they should, right? That's great.
Yeah.
But when you put social media content out there, you're firing into an ocean and you're instantly competing against all of the major influencers for all of the attention with like mortgage-based content. So we got a really small audience, and the likelihood of you hitting somebody who's ready to actually move forward and get a mortgage right now is very limited.
Yeah.
But if you look at your content as a way to educate artificial intelligence on your unique value proposition, the products that you offer, the specialties that you have, the questions that you can answer for people, and every time you create, let's just say video, because I love doing video content. I can turn on a camera, talk, get a half decent message put together. Well, I can take that to an AI tool. There's tons of them out there, but you can go to, say, Pictory. So go to pictory.ai, load it in there. It will give you a transcription from your video with almost zero spelling mistakes. Put the captions on it. Another great tool is CapCut. So CapCut, you just load your video in there. It will give you a transcription. Well, you take that transcription to your new marketing thread that you have on ChatGPT, and you tell it, I help, let's say, first-time homebuyers. I help first-time homebuyers buy their first home, and here's a video script of a video that I just produced for my YouTube channel. Boom. So now it knows you're a mortgage lender. You help first-time homebuyers. Here's content that you've produced. There's all kinds of knowledge that it gets from that one piece of content. Then you can prompt it and say, write me my YouTube description and give me all the hashtags. Does it?
Chris, let me ask you this. If I wanted, could I just give it that information, not have it do anything with it? Just it has the information for future stuff. It'll say, thanks, or whatever. Like, really? So I could just load me into it, essentially, or my way of talking, my way of it. I don't have to make it do something. I just can put information into it so it has it.
Yeah. And
you could even tell it like, hey, I just want you to know this is what I did. This is how I talk, and just want you to have that for future reference. And it'll say, okay.
You just stumbled across arguably the most valuable prompt that you can give AI. What do you need from me to make this work? Or what do you think I should do with this? The responses can be mind-blowing. So a lot of people are looking at like, what should I tell AI to do? Well, I'm not going to walk into Einstein's lab and start telling him how to do physics. I would much rather walk into Einstein's lab and be like, hey man, what would you like to teach me about physics? So why not take what you're doing in your business and give the information to artificial intelligence and then ask it what you should do with it?
This is blowing me away right here. I don't think people are thinking of it this way. I know I certainly wasn't.
Yeah. And so take, for example, They just did the developer conference as we're recording this, and OpenAI, which is the company that runs ChatGPT, has just made a bunch of announcements. One of them is that there is a document reader that is now live in ChatGPT. I think you need the subscription, which is a whopping $20 a month to get it.
Yeah.
But you can take any PDF that you have and upload it into a channel. So think about underwriting guidelines. You can now take all of the PDFs of all of the lender guidelines that you have, upload them into one channel, and then when you get a borrower that comes in, you get the basics of the borrower, take it to that chat and say, which products does this person qualify for? It has all the guidelines, it has all of the information, and can spit back all of the data or analytics based on all the information that you've given it previously.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's like $20 a month.
I have the paid version. The only reason I got the paid version, you're going to laugh at me, Chris, is because the unpaid was getting log jammed and people were trying to get in there. You couldn't get in, right? I wanted to get in just so I could have it write me an email.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I am like the most Neanderthal guy right now. I'm looking at just this little conversation, just opened my eyes and opened my mind to the possibilities with this doggone thing, that I have not been using it properly at all. I got a feeling that a lot of other people in the mortgage space are just like me, right? Don't really get it. This is phenomenal. But okay, so bring us along to how can you help us? How are you helping numbskulls like me see the light in all of this and actually be able to, tangibly make it do things for me that are way more beneficial than a Facebook post?
Well, so first off, Frank, I think that you're brilliant.
Oh, thanks.
Well, and two, so Carl White and I got together and we recorded a 4-part video class. So if you go to breakfastclubai.com.
Yes.
Okay, breakfastclubai.com. People can opt in for free and watch all 4 videos. And it's like video number 1 is you've got to understand where AI is, because the CEO of Google came out and said AI is more significant of a discovery than fire or electricity. So there's a lot to unpack when the guy with the company that has the most data in the world comes out and makes a statement like that. So we take a look at, okay, look around at where our society is right now. AI runs your phone. If you talk to your phone as a virtual assistant, Siri, Alexa, all of those tools, 100% AI powered, right? AI is driving cars. You can go to Vegas, hop on the Uber app, and request a self-driving car to come pick you up, fully done by AI. AI is doing surgeries where surgeons are in one part of the world hooked up to a bunch of sensors and everything, doing surgeries on people in different cities where the robots are doing the surgery powered by a surgeon, but AI is in the middle. So when the surgeon goes a little bit too fast, it slows it down on the other end and does it properly. So it's AI helping. There's the AI is running a company out in China. It's $1 billion organization, fired their CEO, brought AI in place. Company went up over 10%.
Does a better job.
It's crazy. So video 1 is like, where are we in the world right now?
Okay. All right.
Because we're just at the beginning of this launch pad. Number 2, how do you apply AI to database marketing? Video 3, how do you apply AI to getting referral partner relationships? And video number 3, how do you use AI to go get leads? And those are the 3 pathways.
You mean 3? You said 3 path. Okay, but there's 4 videos. Okay,
4 videos.
Video number 1 is what it's all about. Then the other 3. Okay, gotcha. All right, good. Yeah. See, I'm not that brilliant, Chris.
Well, I'm going kind of quick.
A little slow. Yeah.
I'm well caffeinated today.
Yes, you are. So the best way for us to get started is definitely go to breakfastclubai.com. Get that. Let's get those videos digested. Let's understand those things. Then you have a way of bringing us further, right? So after we consume these videos and get that around our head, now we get to go into the inner circle. Is that where what I understand? So tell us about the inner circle and how that works.
So the inner circle is a community that Carl White and I have put together. And Carl was gracious enough, so he has the daily success plan.
Correct.
And I don't care how much AI takes over the marketplace. I don't care how much technology takes over. The fundamentals of mortgage marketing always work. If you interview the top 100 loan officers in the world right now, the large majority, 95, 99% of them are getting deals from their database, and they're getting deals from referral partners. There's
Right.
very few of them that are just 100% consumer direct.
Right.
And what Carl teaches is the fundamentals of what works. The problem is that people have to show up every single day
Yeah.
and do the same thing over and over and over again and follow the plan. And so what we did was we came together, and I took AI to solve the problem of people having to show up every day and do the same thing over and over and over again by replacing it with technology. So we've taken Carl's scripts, everything that we know worked that all these top producers are doing, and layered AI on top of it. So it sends the emails, it sends the text messages, it has the conversations. And in the inner circle, we have 12 different campaigns. We spend 12 weeks implementing one campaign a week. And then we have a mastermind community after that, where we're trying to build the largest community of AI powered loan officers in the world, where it's us making sure that in 2 or 3 years, we're the ones that everybody else is chasing because we were on the forefront of implementing the technology.
This is exciting. So we're on a time schedule then. So this isn't something that's like, we've got a 12-week program that's coming up. We have to get in on week 1, right? Because then we're going to go the 12 weeks, and then maybe we'll start again, right, with another class, if you will. So this is the first class of the AI Inner Circle that you're putting together right now.
Yep.
Okay. When does the 12-week program begin, so that we can make sure our listeners know how quickly they need to get moving?
So we made an announcement today. So Carl and I did a webinar.
Okay.
That the first class starts on Thursday. So that is
this Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday the 9th. But what it's going to be is the first session, and people can join after. So technically the cart does not close until Friday, and then people are going to be going through week by week. But as we record the trainings, they're going inside the membership area. So people are going to be able to join and watch video 1, video 2, video 3.
Thank goodness.
But they won't be there live.
Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so there's a mechanism for us or for those who can't make Thursday, right? Because they're hearing this Wednesday, you know what I mean? Or Thursday, right? Whatever it is. There's a mechanism for us. It's within the animals environment.
Correct.
Okay, so with animals membership, I have access.
That's right.
So even if I miss week 1, week 2, week 3 live, I'm just hearing this now in December, this very podcast that we're talking about. If you are hearing it in December or January, or whatever, you can still access the Inner Circle. You're just not going to access it live. You're going to access the recordings of the Inner Circle, the 12-week program, but you can do so through Mortgage Marketing Animal membership. So you can get it.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, this is great. Okay.
And after the 12 weeks, think of the 12 weeks as like, I equate it to riding a bike. And I had the joy of teaching both of my kids how to ride their bikes. I was super lucky. The first time, not a great experience. They didn't just get on their bikes and just ride them, right? Like you got to hold the seat and it's wiggly, So what we're doing is, because that's what AI implementation is going to be for most people in the mortgage industry. It's going to, they're going to feel scared. And the first thing naturally your brain is going to do is be like, go away from the fear because we need to stay safe. Totally get it. Totally normal. But if I can get you on the bike and I can get you to launch your first AI powered campaign, and I can get you to your second campaign, then you understand it, you're not scared of it, you see the results that can absolutely be incredible, then you can implement all kinds of AI tools. But what we're focused on is getting people off of that on-ramp in the 12 weeks so that then they're AI powered. And then the mastermind is there to support them every week, where we bring them new tools and new cool stuff, and we continue to work together. But it's like, got to
I
get
love
you
it.
going.
Okay. So, guys, start with breakfastclubai.com. Digest the videos. From there, you'll definitely want to participate in the inner circle. You're probably hearing this, too late to get in on week 1 live. That's the reality, is you're too late to get on week 1 live.
Yep.
More than likely. But you can still get into the inner circle through Marketing Animals membership. So you can still get in. So, theoretically, I could get in a couple of weeks. I'm hearing this a couple of weeks from now, Chris. I can consume the Breakfast Club AI videos. I understand that. I join MMA, right? I can go ahead and consume the first 2 or 3 weeks of the recorded Inner Circle video. So I've got that. And now I can start joining the live on week 4 or week 5, whatever the case may be. Fantastic. And then once we get through the 12-week program, off of the off ramp, as you say, and onto the freeway, right? We have a mastermind, which is once a week, right? Where we're brainstorming other things and learning other things. And at the end of the day, too, not at the end of the day, at the end of it all, and this is what came up on Breakfast Club. Totally understand. Like in the beginning, you said, we're going to connect, team, our email to AI. Nobody gets how to connect AI to anything. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like this is where the roadblock comes in for a lot of us. Like I can totally understand. Now I understand from this podcast, I can get in and create the different AI. And I like Carl named his, what did he name his AI guy? Hermie, right?
Yeah.
I can create my own Hermie or my own Gladys, my own Ned, my own Chuck, whatever, who are my past client. Hermie's my past client guy who takes care of my past clients. Ned is my realtor guy who takes care of my realtor partners, right? I can do this. I can do all this stuff, but I don't know how to connect that to a machine that goes out and delivers these emails and delivers these text messages and responds to these people based on the characters, if you will, the brilliant characters that I've created. You've got a solution for that as well down the line for us, right? You've got the CRM or the machine where we can tie it all together and make these AI characters come together for us to help us run our business. You've got that.
Yeah. And if I could dig into that for just 1 second.
Go right ahead.
It's called loanofficercrm.ai. So
okay.
loanofficercrm.ai. Even if you are an MMA member, there is a subscription to the software, just being upfront with everybody. Right. But what it does, it's the only CRM in the mortgage industry that connects on the back end to ChatGPT. So what happens is we have the daily success plan and we have all the different campaigns for all of the areas that are successful with members. So I call it the database activator, but marketing to your past customer database, marketing to your pre-approvals, going and getting a qualified list of realtors and putting those realtors through a campaign. We have campaigns built with the MMA scripts and everything inside them, where you can drop all the contacts into the top of this campaign and it goes. It sends the emails, it sends the text messages, but then it connects to ChatGPT on the back end. So if somebody responds to a message, that response automatically gets fed into ChatGPT. ChatGPT sees the original message that was sent, the response from the client, and then writes an email response for that person. It can send it in real time, but we've put bumpers on it where we've said, okay, write the response and then send it to the loan officer so they can approve it. So they get an email or a text message and it says, here's the client's name and here's what they said. Here's the response from ChatGPT. If you approve it, click this link. And if you click the link in the text or the email, it will automatically send the message back to the person.
And let me guess, if there's something you don't like about it, you can tell it, change this to say that, or this to say that, and then send it. And now AI's learned a little more about how you would respond.
And yes, but it's a prompt that is sent to ChatGPT. So if it gives you a response that you don't like, you can take it and be like, okay, instead of saying it this like this, say it like this. And then it's in the prompt in the CRM. So when it sends the prompt out again, it has learned, and you only really ever have to answer that question once.
Right. Because now the next time you get a similar response from a customer or the realtor or whatever, it already knows, well, this is how I respond to these types of things.
Exactly.
I want it now, Chris. I don't want to go through the inner circle. I just want the end product.
Well, it's listen, it's a journey, and AI.
It is a journey. I know it would be foolish not to go on the journey. It would be absolutely foolish. It would be much more wise if we want to become, like you said, those loan originators who 2 or 3 years down the road, everybody else is wishing that they were. It takes a little education on our part. We need to get educated on this. We need to understand how this works. Let me ask you this. I mean, this is clearly something that we're going to want those of us who have assistants, right? We're going to want them to be in tune with all this stuff. So can they tune into this with us as we're learning?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. Yeah, because they're the ones that are going to be like, because we're going to be watching. I'm going to be totally going to be going, you got that? Good. Make that happen, right?
The only thing better than automation is automation that's run by somebody else.
Correct. Exactly. Bringing the assistant in to, you got those notes? Fantastic. Let's make it happen. Because I got 2 that I want to get involved in this right now. Dude, I am super stoked. I mean, I'm just like wildly, overwhelmingly impatient. Like, I'm not kidding you. That's my honest feeling of this. I want this now. I want it right now. And because I've got things, and I love the fact that we're going to go through the inner circle, because I'm going to learn so much that, we can apply these principles to whatever else we're doing. It could be recruiting.
Yep.
Right. It could be recruiting. I do commercial loans. I can apply it to commercial loans.
Yep.
I have products that I'm connected to that you're now connected to with us as well, that we can let people know about, and educate them on it to where they can make a decision, man, so cool. I'm so glad you did this. You don't really have that big of a head. So it's surprising that you've got so much brain stuffed in there. It's pretty trippy, man.
It's being from Canada. I had a toque on here for too long when I was young, and it kept it tiny. I don't know what happened.
Your brain actually goes down your neck into your shoulder blades. Yeah. So that was just weird and gross. But anyway, cool. So the place that we start is breakfastclubai.com. That's the best place to start. Start there. Let's start the journey. Let's do this together. Let's be AI experts in this and really, really take this and use it to actually get some business in the door, because that's what this is going to do for us. This isn't just going to be, my whole thing with using AI to write an email, so I don't have to think about it, Chris. Right. I just don't like to think and I'm like, and that's good enough. That up until now, that has been good enough for me. It's been like, oh, it's great. I didn't have to think about how to write that email, but it's like, I haven't even touched it. Like, it's like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? That's what you do. Dude, thanks for doing this, bro.
It is my pleasure. Thanks for having me on the show. Everybody, thank you for listening. And I'm really looking forward to having everybody as part of the community.
I can't wait, dude. I am so stoked. So for all of us listening, let's get on this. This is a big dang deal. Thank goodness. But start here. Breakfast Club Zoom. Breakfast Club Zoom. That's my my other link.
Still check out.
You can still go there. LoanOfficerBreakfastClub.com and join us every Monday through Thursday for 30 minutes of your coaching pleasure every single day, every single Monday through Thursday. But no, for this, It's breakfastclubai.com. Breakfastclubai.com. Go there, get the videos, consume them, and then take it to the next step. Take it to the next step so that you can get this implemented into your business and make it happen and just make it happen. I mean, to me, this is just like, because I love what you and Carl were saying today on the webinar. I watched the webinar, and what's nice about this is you get AI up and running and trained in the various pillars that you're pursuing in your business, and you work on this for a little bit of time, right? And get it to where it's really trained and it's working. The beautiful thing is, doesn't require a salary, shows up every day, never complains, takes all constructive criticism and enjoys every juicy nugget of it, operates exactly how you want it to operate, never fails, never, always there. I mean, who doesn't want that? And it's got an MBA, is smarter than the smartest person in the world right now. I mean, why not? Right. So, all right, Chris, thanks, man.
Thank you for having me, Frank. Everybody, thank you for listening. All the best. Much fun.
All the best. All right, same to you, bud. And for the rest of you, yes, go to breakfastclubai.com, get the videos right now, get to Mortgage Marketing Animals, and so you can get into the inner circle. Don't miss out on that. And of course, join me every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. Loan Officer at Loan Officer Breakfast Club for your free coaching. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. With that, we'll get out of here. Thanks for joining me here, and Chris Johnstone. From both of us to you, thank you so much. Join us here, get the Mortgage Loan Officer podcast, and we'll catch up with you later. We'll see you. Bye-bye.